Alright, two things. First thing, what is up everybody, it's TasKy, and number two, sorry for the late upload. This week, something that you may all know has happened. Treyarch buffed the Vesper again, which is great, I guess. UMG decided to make a Vesper option, which is also great. And along with that update came Silent Plant apparently got messed up or got turned off or something permanently. I don't know exactly what happened. I was in a threes match and we played the whole thing up to 5-5 last map, and we are spectating because there's only one person left alive on our team, and we're spectating them and we hear the bomb get planted and we don't think anything of it at first, and then we take a step back and we're like, wait a minute, Silent Plant should be on, and we message them and say, hey, you messed up, Silent Plant's supposed to be on, can we let's replay the map or something, that's a rule that's supposed to be on. Now if it was something like a timer or something, like a pre-round timer or something like that, I would let it slide, but something like Silent Plant, very, very integral to the actual match. And they were fighting me and saying, hey, you're fucking retarded and all this stuff, and they were fighting my homies too, and it was like, what the fuck, just put Silent Plant on. So we figure this is gonna escalate more than likely into a ticket. So I take proof, I put it on my Twitter and everything, and then it starts to go downhill from there, because the next day, that was the last match of the night, and it was time to go to bed. I wake up the next day, there's some kid that's commenting on my Twitter post, and he's like, Silent Plant isn't allowed anymore or something, and I was like, that's stupid. And I even looked at the UMG rules, Silent Plant was still a thing, and I was like, I don't get what's going on. I don't understand. Nobody's explaining it to me. All that's happening is people are just calling me fucking retarded, saying that I'm stupid for not knowing something that apparently the rest of the fucking world knows. So I start looking around Twitter, my friends start looking around Twitter, and we find out that apparently Silent Plant was either purposely just taken out because Treyarch is a bunch of trolly dicks, or because they messed up in the coding or something and decided to make Silent Plant disabled or something for some odd reason, along with the Vesper being amazing again. If you're like me, also it feels like the M8 is a lot slower. Anyways, so basically, the dispute on UMG ended up going in their favor because it was a mistake on Treyarch's part. The kid that was commenting on my post on Twitter, I went to him and say, hey, did you guys get the win? I didn't understand that it was like a glitch or something, something was wrong. I didn't understand that. I thought you didn't have Silent Plant on. The way that he was describing it just didn't make sense. He didn't say Treyarch fucked up. He just said Silent Plant isn't allowed anymore. Obviously, I'm going to look at the only thing that somebody actually says to me on Twitter as far as that's concerned. I'm going to look at them and think, oh, they're probably the kids that I just played. So I go to them, I go to the kid and say, hey, did you guys get the win? I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I didn't understand that Treyarch had messed up or whatever, my bad. He says something like, no, I just saw your post and I commented on it. And I was like, oh, okay, my bad. And before I can finish typing the apologetic tweet saying sorry, I thought because you had commented on it that you were the ones I was playing against, he calls me fucking retarded too. He was like, you're actually a retard for thinking that I'm the one who's playing you. And it's like, bitch, I don't go on UMG and look at everybody's fucking Twitters and be like, okay, this guy's Twitter is so-and-so, this guy's Twitter is so-and-so, this guy's Twitter is so-and-so, and this guy doesn't even have a Twitter. Rip him. But I don't look at everybody's fucking Twitter and fucking memorize it and be like, okay, this gamer tag goes with this fucking Twitter. I don't fucking give a shit. I just assume that if you're commenting on my bullshit on Twitter, that you're more than likely one of the salty kids that we just played. So, my fucking bad. Anyways, the Vesper's amazing, so that's great. The M8... I was watching Nick Merck's stream highlights, and I was watching the very beginning of Black Ops. Man, the M8 was good back then. That was a good gun. I mean, now it's, obviously, people can still one burst with it, and, it's whatever, but it still kind of sucks, honestly. It's not as consistent as it used to be. The time between bursts is much greater now, so it just doesn't shoot as quickly. Me personally, I want the M8A1. That's what I want. But we have the M8A7, and you know, rip us. Honestly, that's about it. My coffee is just about done, so I'm gonna go ahead and handle that. I'm trying to get an interview sort of set up for either next week or the following week. I really hope I can get it figured out, because I need to, work with like my schedule plus somebody else's schedule plus, actually getting in a call and recording something. But I feel like it could be a lot of fun, and I feel like it would be interesting and a really cool new way to do amateur hour, because of course last week I asked for help on amateur hour, and my channel's dead, so nobody watches it and nobody's even gonna say anything, so that's great. Maybe one day somebody will help me and start helping to build the community in a positive light. But otherwise, I'm just gonna sit here and be fucking retarded and just suck at Call of Duty and all these other things that people say to me. Who cares? Anyways, that's gonna be it for this episode. Thanks for coming out. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Do the like, thumbs up thing, and I'm up out of here.